A tedious conversation that I see frequently online is one where somebody will say, Doctor Who has gone woke. And this conversation has been happening at any point in the last few years, well, since the word woke became something mainstream. And the response will be inevitably from somebody, but Doctor Who's always been woke, and will then go on to reference an example of one of the more political Jon Pertwee stories, for example, or I've even seen people argue right back to the early William Hartnell stories. And the reason I say this is a tedious conversation is twofold. One is that we're all different. We all read different things in and out of the media that we watch. People see different things. The other is that nobody ever seems to define what they mean by the word woke when having those conversations. And so I think, as an observer, that people are just arguing at cross purposes. So why am I doing a video about this? Well, I've written a short survey that's open to anybody who wants to take part. The only compulsory questions are defining woke and then saying whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, or you can be a bit more nuanced in a third option if you want to. And then there's some optional questions if you're a Doctor Who fan to talk about Doctor Who and woke and what you think of that, and a bit of history about your own fandom, and, favourite Doctors, that kind of basic stuff. I'm going to be keeping the survey open until I've collected as many responses as I would like. That might take a while, and then I'll sit down and analyse those responses. I'm going to be making the data set public, so don't put anything into the survey that you wouldn't want to be made public. And once I've had a look at the data, I will make a video collecting what I think are the interesting findings from it. So please do the survey, do pass it on to your friends. I'd love to hear from you, as many of you as possible, on this subject.